Welcome to the Soul Too Early Sports Card Podcast, somehow a top 100 podcast in Japan for hobbies. Kai's on a lifeboat. I'm going down with the ship. Unfortunately, due to weather, Kai is unavailable. There is a good chance that my internet crashes as well. We will have to see what happens. Hope everyone is doing well. Staying safe, staying dry. It's pretty bad out these days. Terrible weather here in New Jersey. Kai, as mentioned, lost power in Florida. It's just unpleasant. So we'll make do with what we can, and we'll talk some sports cards. Currently, prepping for the first major card show for me, which is the Dallas Card Show. At the time of next episode launching, I'll be flying to Dallas, and I'm super excited. We got one more recording before then. I'll probably talk more about that show, but I love the Dallas Card Show. It is my favorite one to attend. Dallas is the one that sets the show calendar. It's the first major show of 2024. I think a lot of people have been home for quite a while, unless like you hate your family and traveled for Thanksgiving or during Christmas or live in a warm area. But like this is the first true major show that's happening in 2024, and I've prepped accordingly. Got some new inventory that I'm excited to have at the show. If you are attending the show and you see me, say what's up, hello. I'm the guy wearing the funny shirts. This one says, "Don't be a quitter, keep gambling," because I am a piece of shit. Anyway, with that note, if you walk into the showroom floor and you go through the main door and make a right on that first wall, just go right and you'll see me. I'm like 5 or 6 tables down. I love my location. I love that show. I've been fortunate to be a vendor now for 3 years, originally through some friends. Was able to secure a show floor spot in my name last year. It's nice to be it's nice to have shit in your name. It's nice to be, a part of something. And if the Told Too Early podcast can get me some national showcase space too, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I do know a thing about marketing. Hello. Maybe national and people like that. You want to give me some showroom space? I'll be your best friend. Other than that, I mean, that's, the only benefit of the show is that I love it to death, is what I'm passionate about. And the thing I love with the Dallas Card Show is that it's really convenient, super nice. It does happen 6 times a year, give or take. So Dallas sets the show calendar. I don't feel as bad about missing certain shows or not attending every single one if there's a Dallas a week or 2 away. And it's an amazing time if you're in the area or can make it accessible for yourself. I really recommend it. We've talked about the Dallas Card Show a lot, and it's just a phenomenal time. Other things I do want to talk about though, because we're going to obviously have that conversation more next week. Some hobby news, you can say. I mean, this is stuff that is relevant to everyone. One thing that I think a lot of people did touch on the Instagram world over the last 24, 48 hours, based on time of recording, is this news. LeBron James seems to be heading to Fanatics and Topps for autographs. This is incredible. No one's going to tell you otherwise. I don't recall the last pack pulled autograph you can get for LeBron, other than some weird sets like Space Jam 2. I think he had some autographs for. I don't know if any ever became like available. I think he was just maybe had like one autograph in the entire set. It's hard to say. There was another product though that I personally really liked back in the day. I mean, at this point now it is actually kind of old, but like it's kind of weird that I can say that. We had 2017, 2018 Supreme Hardcourt. This was a really cool product. I don't know exactly how Upper Deck got away with making. They're not cards. So what this is, for anyone who is not familiar with this product, it's incredible. It's really cool. It had MJ and LeBron and Ben Simmons' rookie year was it too. It was a piece of wood, and the way it was used was it was one card, for lack of a better word, card per box. And it was like Charlotte Hornets game use flooring from like 2004 to like 2014. It was something really cool. I can pull it up on screen if needed, but like this and the Space Jam thing is really the last autos that I truly remember of LeBron for people that would like, care. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens next. With that, Fanatics is doing some interesting things. Not sponsored, don't care. But I will give them a lot of credit for attaching a lot of star power. I mean, Michael Rubin obviously seems to be buddy with a lot of pro athletes, and that really seems to be happening as he continues to take over the sports trading card world, and take over in air quotes, of course. But I gotta give him credit. This is really cool. I'm excited to see what the first couple products that feature LeBron James looks like, when that could happen, and what they do price wise. I think in the short term, those first couple LeBron James autos that hit eBay or like old school on Facebook or whatever else, those first couple, when it eventually comes out, are going to sell for stupid money. Like way more than like limited logo LeBron James patch autos or other exquisite products or whatever, just because people want something new. But give it 3 or 4 or 5 years, like LeBron James is still signing like premium stuff and like it looks good and like everyone's excited, it'll come back to reality. But those first couple are going to be nuclear hot, assuming that like we get products, which is what's going to happen. But no information's available yet, so we can only speculate. Including on that speculation, this was from Sasha, I believe. I think Sasha actually was the one who sparked this idea in my head. So I'm giving him credit here because he deserves it. Could there be a potential Super Bowl commercial or commercial in general with LeBron and Tom Brady, or LeBron by himself and Tom Brady another time? Because obviously Fanatics is really marketing this stuff very well, and no one can argue that. I'm sorry. Panini and Topps beforehand were dog shit at marketing. I work in the marketing space. I can have an opinion on it that's a little more informed. It was trash. I'm sorry. It sucked. It was really bad. We actually reversed this image, and you could see like it is a script. Now, what that script is for, if it really is something, we'll see. But we can only infer things for now. 6 months, a year, whatever it's going to be down the line, we'll have more information. But this is a really interesting time for the high-end LeBron James market, who's going to overpay quite handsomely for some autos at launch and for quite a while after. But it will eventually settle down. I'm very interested in seeing what happens. And oh my, we're gonna get a LeBron James, Bronny James dual auto. And that's gonna be stupid money. I mean, I know the McDonald's All-American LeBron or Bronny James 1 of 1 Superfractor supposedly had a $20,000 offer on it. The guy did not take that, and he ran it in the latest Golden auction, or maybe the previous one before that. So in the last month or two, and I think it sold for $3,000. It might not even gotten a bid at $3,000, but yeah, that not been good. But LeBron James, Bronny James dual auto would be cool, and I think this is this is definitely an opportunity for that to exist in the near future. So yeah, I'm excited to see what that looks like. We'll see. Let's move on. A couple of things I want to talk through. I mean, this is a little more of a structured podcast today. With Kai, it's a little anarchy, but I came prepared. So other thing I want to talk about more in the sports car marketing world, and just like pushing forward with technology. I'm a big believer in technology in sports cards and how it could actually help intelligent collectors. We have this post from looks like With Mascot and Burbank Cards, which is exciting. I have spoken very highly of the Burbank Card Show and EJ when he was there. I love EJ. I will support him whatever he does. This is a tweet from Card Glory. I normally ignore card show gimmicks, but this one is awesome. With Mascot is allowing all the dealers at the Burbank Card Show to upload their inventory, then make it searchable on their website. You can search the whole show for a card or player, then walk over to that dealer. Now, this is great. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of issues that can come up with this, such as Wi-Fi or pricing, or just people not knowing how it would work, because card collectors do lean a lot older, give or take. But the structures here, I think there's a lot of an opportunity. I think there is more positives that come with this at scale. But I would be lying to you if I said there were not obvious issues that come up right away. And no, I really am actually trying to say this positively. I freaking love this idea, but it's going to be janky and there's going to be bugs at first. But that's how it works. And then the next show steals it, and the following show steals it, and people adapt and get better and get more familiar, and then it turns into something very good. This is the trial run. Good luck. A lot of people will struggle. But that's the point, and this is quite exciting. I want to read through some of what other Sold Too Early members said. Mikey's Cards, who he's been on the podcast before, and I love him. He says he absolutely loves it. Allows others to buy at the show who aren't there and pick up for their friends. It's an amazing point. It's really true. It adds a whole new consumer base to a show. Could you imagine had this been available and launched and you were a wealthy collector who did not travel to Macau because you were freaked out by the idea and you had $500,000 to spend, and collectors put their cards on the market and you were able to buy them efficiently, as opposed to seeing dealers just walk the show with like their cameras out and like going on Whatnot or like just showing their friends or whatever. This could be an entire platform for people to upload their inventories and stuff. It's really awesome. Could you imagine the opposite way? If you're a wealthy Asian collector and you don't travel to the States, but you have someone there who does, and you want to buy stuff, and you can search it easier and just have them pick it up, and there you go. There's a lot of opportunities there. It has to be so simple. I'm trying to think of the nicest way to say this. Collectors are stupid. We're all dumbasses. We suck at this. We're not the most tech savvy. So it has to be simple. It needs to be like your mom could know how to upload a card on this app and price it for you. It has to be that simple. Or your grandmother. You know what I mean? Like, it has to just be like, take a picture, put price, and let it fill out the rest. Or like one summary sentence. But if you have 1,000 cards in your 18 showcases, you're not going to do that. Like, it has to just be like that simple. Is that realistic? Different conversation. But the barrier for entry for someone has to be so low that an older gentleman could do it. You know what I mean? And then has to be able to be updated in not real time, but basically real time, because as anyone who's ever set up at a card show knows, a lot of things can happen in 10, 15, 20 minutes. You can make 3, 4, 5, 6 deals, especially if you're a major vendor. You have an entire 6, 7 tables, 5 tables worth of stuff, and you have employees or give or take, or you're making sure deals are always being facilitated. Like, you could easily have people claim cards and never pay, or have someone buy the card but then not take it off your online showcase, and then someone comes and buys it, or you know what I mean? Like, there's obvious issues that come up, but I lean towards this being much more of a positive for the hobby and the sports card world than a negative. Obviously growing pains, and this will be an issue for the next 3 to 5 shows that someone uses this, but it's a good thing and people should embrace it. Did I hit all the points? Mikey adds another thing which would be interesting here. Would be cool. The show provided barcodes and scanners for each card, and then there was a completely digital online show. Not gonna happen, and he even admits that. He knows that's not a realistic approach. But hey, listen, I completely agree. It's just got to be simple, though. You got to make it so easy for people to upload and remove their inventory. Otherwise, you run into issues, and there will be plenty of them with technology, because it's just the industry we work in. It happens. Okay, so we got 2 things down, really. LeBron James is super exciting. This is super exciting. Let's talk about something that unfortunately kind of fucking sucks. And yeah, I'm trying to watch the cursing because I know I can curse a lot, but hey, this one actually deserves it. You guys know Dak Prescott, pretty good quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, well, hey, back in the day, and this is a back in the day now. Dak Prescott used a auto pen for his Prism football autographs. This was a controversy back in the day. How many people knew that? Well, if you were around in sports cards 8 years ago, you probably did know that. Curious to see how many collectors who watch or listen to this podcast weren't around in sports cards back then, or were really into it for a hobby and not a business sense. This is one of those true sports card kerfuffles that just no one talks about. I'm not even sure the last time anyone with a platform talked about this. I'm not sure how many people are even aware of it. And no, that's not me being a conspiracy theorist. It is actually true because there were consequences. This is a Beckett article talking about it. That had a Beckett discussing it and showing, there's like pretty reasonable proof that Panini even called back the autographs because it was very clearly an auto pen. Basically meaning that he did not sign the cards. It was a computer or it was something else to sign the cards for him. And what did Panini do with the recalls? Well, good question. You can see right here, this is an example of a autograph on eBay that if you turn it over on the back, there's no sticker. Why does that sticker matter, you say? Well, I'm glad you asked there. This is a true Dak Prescott rookie autograph. They added a hologram afterwards when they recalled and destroyed the autos, the fake autos, I should say, to make collectors feel better about the situation. As you can see, another one with that hologram. It's not just one. And how about one more? This is a number 210. Yeah, there it is. Number 210. So why does this matter now? Why am I talking about it now? Well, I got a card in from a friend of mine. I'm not going to name drop him only because this is not me shitting on him. This is not shitting on me. This was great content. So I'm excited to actually, I guess, thank him in a way. But we resolved it. There's no issue. No one's upset. Oh, hello, Dak Prescott. What are you doing here? Oh, where's your sticker? Oh, there's none. It's a fake. Oops. So yeah, had you not been aware of this issue from 8 years ago, which why would you know about this if you were not a collector back then? Yeah, this is a fake. You'd be scammed. Just something to know about. When I got it from him, I did not see a picture of the back, so I assumed there was a sticker. There was not. I had a conversation with a different friend who wanted to buy the card, and then reminded me about the controversy here. I admittedly had not forgotten, but just been like, yeah, whatever. Who cares? I'll figure it out later. And yeah, that situation turned into a nice little podcast topic. A reminder that do your research. Had this been a random at a card show, it could have been the first time I had been scammed. I've done tens of thousands of transactions across eBay, Instagram, Facebook, card shows. Yeah, easily 10,000 plus. I had been scammed once in my life for $150 back in 2016, 2017, because I accepted friends and family payment and the guy charged back. And yeah, I never accepted friends and family payment after that otherwise. Unless it was someone who genuinely was my friend. As a result, and that was the only time I got scammed. And now my PayPal is even a business account, so I can't even accept friends and family anyway. So yeah, that was the one time I got scammed. Had this been a random, it could have easily been a second time, but this is a friend. I trusted his judgment in the deal, and we moved forward. And then when I got in, then we obviously resolved it like adults because we're adults, and we figured it out very quickly. He's actually I believe he's going to give this away. I'm not sure what he's going to do with it, but we resolved the value. He's I'm sure we'll get back to him actually tomorrow. He let me keep it for recording purposes for today. The deal was figured out last week. I got the item in hand Friday, and by Saturday it was all sorted out. Yeah, just, one of those things that happens, at least among friends. No harm, no foul, no big deal. I will deal with him constantly. In fact, I've made another deal with him yesterday. At the time of recording because he wanted something I'd purchased. Ironically enough, at the Dallas Card Show. I've already bought and moved one card that I'm picking up at that show, and then I already flipped it because I'm a maniac. What else? That was the These are weird episodes. Without Kai, I love him. He's a great co-host. He's a good friend too. Okay, friend, better podcast host. How about that? Let's not give him too much of an ego boost. When I'm trying not to shit on the industry and like sports cards, I really do love it, and I only poke fun like in a comedic sense, not just to beat people down, but because it's just more fun. I also sometimes run into issues about talking about content. Let's see what's happening here. I think, were there any other topics I missed? No, this is more about. So someone else brought up in a comment to me how the Philly Card Show had actually managed to use the what is this called again? With mascot. Okay, Philly Card Show had a couple people skimming at the list and then never checking it again in their experience. A lot of different comments saying how people really love the idea of what mascot's doing. Dealers do need to update themselves and kind of like adapt with the future times. And good luck. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that collectors are tough. Like we're really in an older industry, and unfortunately, people just don't have that ability to adapt. And it's super annoying. Like we got to do better as a whole. And as that older generation kind of ages out in a way, and this newer generation who is more tech savvy, more involved in technology, and is becoming showrunners or owning card shops or taking over industries or positions of power within the sports card world grow, I think you'll see a lot of the technology be adapted in. Hell, look at alt and card ladder, two of the most common and popular ways of pricing cards. And I would be surprised if anyone at those companies, other than the founders or investors, are over the age of like 40, because it is a younger man's game there, and they will push the industry forward in a way. We'll have to see what happens, though. What I did want to check. Someone asked me to rank the Prism parallels. Is there like a one-sheet checklist of parallels? Because there's too many goddamn Prism parallels. Rainbow. I wanted to see if there's a rainbow of Prism parallels, because I'll rank them, but like... Oh. Alright, cool. I found a picture. This is so stupid. Hang on. All right. This is literally a 39 card rainbow. Oops, that's the wrong one. Of Mr. Trevor Story. What the fuck? Why are there so many parallels? This is 2021 Prism Baseball, which means could there be 50 parallels now? I know in the new Prism Football, there's like a white knight to 3. This doesn't include obviously stuff like nebulas, because that's choice. Black finite, that's like what, a black laser parallel. There's too many goddamn parallels, and it's tough. It's really actually super annoying that this really even exists. Like you have Tiger Shrubs here, Graph, what? Doo-Doo Brown parallel, Gold Disco. What is this one? That's not like, what is that? Blue green yellow choice. I don't think that's right. Blue Wave, Red Disco, Blue, Red. Wait, Red Disco, Blue Mojo. This is. I have a decade of experience in sports cards. I've listed and sold tens of thousands of sports cards. This is really confusing sometimes. I'm sorry. It is unfortunately mad annoying when people. I have to ask every now and again, hey, what parallel is this? I literally did today, actually. I asked in our chat, and Kai had to answer me on a parallel for a card. It was a Pearl from Bowman Chrome, but it was not numbered. So it's like, all right, what do I do here? I thought it was a black, white, negative. It was not. It was a Pearl. It's like, all right, cool. I feel like a dumb dummy. Like, I don't know. Sports cards are annoying sometimes. Unfortunately, there are too many parallels, at least for products. And yeah, it can be even the best of us, the heavy goats, the legends can be a little tripped up between a red mojo, a red wave, a red first off the line, a red fast break disco, a red hybrid, a red select. The point is, too many damn parallels. Don't get scammed on Dak Prescott cards. Don't feature stickers on the back. And this is a little bit of a shorter episode. I apologize. I'm a little fried mentally, so it is what it is. Hopefully, next time you guys see me, I am not on a boat like Kai is right now, abandoning my home. Because I'm going down the ship, and you listen to the Soul Too Early Sports Card Podcast. How did I turn that into the outro? Find out next week. And goodbye.